All right, we're here.
We are here.
Man, what a day we had.
Yeah, it was one of the craziest days that we've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, first off, just say thanks to NYCFC, to Toronto FC, for allowing us to go to that game.
Yeah.
Which we did.
We did
I think
go.
I should announce that.
Yeah.
We went to the Toronto NYCFC game. We were able to get passes. It was hands down the coolest thing we've ever done.
Yeah,
personally.
and the coolest thing that we've ever been able to do with this podcast. Like,
Yeah.
And it's something we talked about after the fact was like, it gives us a little more credibility, and it makes this whole situation of recording the podcast like feel a little more worth it. Like,
Yeah, definitely made goals and everything look way more obtainable.
Yeah, and thankfully on the night, the team was able to obtain a goal too, which was not something that we expected at all going into this game. I mean,
It's a good one.
We talked about it last podcast and the podcast previous, or the episode. That out of the 4 games that we had left, we were okay with losing this one. Like, we had sort of came
Not
to
that
terms.
we were okay with it,
No,
but
but
we felt like it was going to be a tough game.
Yeah, we came to terms with the fact that if that happened, then it happened. But we at the end of the game,
Then we
anyways,
scored
really
3 minutes in.
Yeah, well, almost. And you know what we should have honestly done at that moment when we scored 3 minutes in and VAR decided that it was not a goal? Is we should have just walked down the hallway.
Yeah,
And
just
been like,
walked
hey,
over.
Mr. MLS guy, let's take a look at
You guys
this again.
decide? Do you want to decide to have eyeballs today, sir?
Yeah.
I didn't actually see the replay of the goal yet.
Nah, he was offsides.
But I felt
for
like he was
sure offsides. Like we said, we can kind of wrap up the fact that we went to the game and maybe get a little more into analysis. But we're doing like a little photo dump over probably what we're saying right now, and we can kind of show you the pictures that if you've followed us on Instagram or Twitter, we've
Probably seen.
yeah, we've definitely seen them. But we'll just toss them in here on the off chance that somebody missed them, and just because they're so cool. So
Yeah. And we're very excited about them, so we want you guys to be excited about it too.
yeah.
Be excited.
But if you want to dive into the game a little bit and what you saw out there.
Yeah, I mean, in the first half, that was one of the best starts I've seen us have in a long time. Typically, we're a team that starts slow, finishes fast. I thought it was the opposite in
Complete
this game.
opposite.
Because we started really fast. We were getting in behind Toronto's defense and really causing danger when balls are being played across the box.
Yeah.
And I felt like we should have done that a lot more because of how effective it was. The ball was moving really quickly, but players weren't able to move quickly because of the wet pitch.
Yep.
So it caused this situation where balls were always getting in front of goal. We just need people to get on the end of them.
Yeah. I mean, for the first hour, it was super noticeable that Maxi was back. More so than last week even. It was really noticeable. I mean, he was playing great balls. He was pretty much bossing that midfield. He caught Gary on one really nice pass, which I think I probably mentioned it on Twitter during our live tweeting, was that Gary had an opportunity like a number of times throughout the game to sort of ride that back line and, you know, catch them like sleeping with his pace and kind of break in. And we did see it once, but I would have hoped to see us try to capitalize on that situation more.
Yeah, definitely. Like, we should have exposed that left side.
Yeah.
Or, well, I guess it would have been right side, and if you're looking at Toronto's defense. But even, you know, we have to continue to improve on finishing chances that we create.
Yep.
We're creating far too many chances to score one goal
Yeah.
in this game.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, it boils down to confidence too. People need to be able to, you know, take a shot and feel like they're confident enough that it's going to, if not find the back of the net, trouble the keeper and hopefully lead to a tap-in.
And that was exactly like the formula of our goal. Tati rips that shot. Keeper can't catch it because, I mean, Tati can hit a ball pretty
can
hard,
hit it, yeah,
but it was also wet out there.
Yeah, so coming off that ground, you know how that if you've ever played soccer outside with one of those busted soccer balls that it touches your skin and you have 19 lacerations. Yeah, that's the type of shot that
Right.
that Tati took on that keeper.
And then it fell right to Medina's feet, who surprisingly was able to, for the second week in a row, score a tap-in, which
He didn't try that
We
hard.
should play the lottery, I think.
He didn't
us
try that
NYCFC
hard
fans.
to miss this one like he did last week.
No.
Last week he tried to miss.
Yeah, last week he got the training for this week, thankfully, because he really buried this one. And it ended up being, the lone goal that kept us winning.
Yeah, and I think, the goal really wasn't much to write home about.
Mm-hmm.
I really, it was an insignificant part of the game. I felt like the rest of the performance was what we're going to benefit from the most.
Yeah.
Because being able to defend against Toronto, being able to neutralize Pozuelo, being able to, create chances, that's all what's going to give us the confidence to go on and get a better seed and, make a splash in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, we did the thing where we taught ourselves that we can win a big game against a big team.
In a grind-out game.
Yeah, well, especially at the end. I mean, the feelings that we felt up in that press box were
just surrounded by ops.
Yeah, not only was everybody in that room a Toronto fan, but at the end of the game, Toronto started to heat up, and that 1-goal lead truly didn't feel like enough.
It felt like we were losing almost.
Yeah, and then instead of going for any type of insurance goal, Ronnie subs on 3 defenders, and we're like, all right, so for the next 15 minutes, we're just biting our nails.
Yeah, in hindsight, I agree with that move.
Yeah.
In the moment, I was like, we definitely need to be on the front foot because we were pressing them and winning the ball high, so like it made sense to maybe go for another goal.
Yep.
But in his brain, he's like, we cannot lose this game.
Yeah, and that's sort of what he talked about in the post-game press conference, was that, he doesn't necessarily game plan for one player. So you could see, he was sort of looking.
He was savage when he said that.
Yeah, well, he rightfully stated that Pozuelo is not Messi because he's not.
That is a fact.
Although if there was an MLS Messi, Pozuelo's on the short list for candidates. Right?
Anyways,
the last thing that I have to say about Pozuelo, that made us do all types of questioning up in that box is when the Blue Balls pod tweeted out that they were almost expecting a Pozuelo pen
which
in
is rude.
Yeah, and it was like the 88th or 89th minute. Yeah, to say it out loud, we were like, we knocked on every surface of wood that we could find in the press box. And then almost also had heart attacks when that young striker for Toronto collided with
Omar.
Sean in the air, or Omar, yeah.
Again,
yeah. For some reason, I thought it was that kid, but Omar just threw his big body on Sean, and there was
big old collision.
A brief downtime of how is this call being made?
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way that
this man just did that.
Man just did that to us. He put that into the universe, but luckily, all that really came from it was the ref choke slamming Tinnerholm. So we can't be mad because that didn't make us lose the game.
So, okay, this is how things end up going to 27 minutes. But like,
right now we're only at 8, so we have
in the
buffer.
case that Tinnerholm maybe turns around and punches the ref in the face for choke slamming him, is he wrong?
Some people might call it self-defense.
I would call it self-defense. If I get chokeslammed, I'm not doing nothing.
We were pretty far from where that happened, and it still looked awfully violent.
I haven't seen it.
In real time, it looked pretty violent.
Yeah, it looked fast too. Like, it was insane.
Yeah.
Anyways, back on track.
So, I mean, the rest of the game, I don't know if you have anything else that you feel was super notable about it. I mean,
in terms of the game, I mean, Michael Bradley, terrible as always. I hate him.
Yeah,
I don't like him.
What a fall from grace, dude.
I mean, I thought it was funny that he thought that he knew how to shoot, especially like with his left foot too.
I still don't think we've confirmed if it was him that took that shot off the post though.
No, it wasn't. That was
he seemed too far away from the play.
His name's Osario or something.
Osario, yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
That was scary.
But no, Bradley took a left-footed like volley shot that went out of the stadium.
I do remember that.
Like I watched it fly and probably hit a bus.
Later on in the parking lot, we looked for the ball.
It wasn't there.
He must have like picked it up to hide it or something. I'm not sure what the protocol is with that. But Yeah, it was, like you said, a grind 'em out win at the end, and I'm glad that we were able to get those 3 points.
Yeah, no, and I think looking forward, I'm excited to play the Red Bulls. It's like this is what we subscribe to, is NYCFC playing tough opponents every single week, being put to the test, test Ronnie, test the team, to really go out and have to perform.
And let's not get ahead of ourselves and consider the Red Bulls as tough a team as Toronto.
But I'm saying they are in the sense of what that matchup means to our team and what it means to that area.
Yeah. But if we just look at pure roster, they're dumpster.
Yeah, they're bad. Yeah. I hate them. Don't like them.
But that'll be a big game to get more points in. By now, pretty much everybody is aware that we're in the playoffs. Obviously, that was found out before the Toronto game.
Should be an expectation every year.
Yeah, and I would say too that probably played a little bit of a role in taking the pressure off us going into the Toronto game. So we didn't really have to kill ourselves out there trying to get points against someone we thought was a tough team. But if we can find it in us to win out, then we have a pretty good shot at potentially snagging that 4th seed and having a home playoff game.
That would be really, really important for the team and for us for many reasons.
Yeah.
And so I'm really hoping that happens. We're going to be watching all of the games.
Mm-hmm. All Columbus and Orlando too.
Yeah, because we need that result to happen. For a lot of great things to happen.
Yeah.
And so, fingers crossed that this team can go ahead and put all the right pieces in place to make that happen. Because I think, going into the season, I would not have thought that we would even be fighting for a 4th seed. So to put some respect on our own name, that's what we got to do. Yeah,
absolutely. And hopefully when we do make it to the show, we decide to show out as well.
Yeah.
No more of the 2019 playoffs, man. We have to move on from that mentally. So.
I think it's a catalyst for good things.
Yeah. I think we're a catalyst for good things, and that was something that some staff at NYCFC may have alluded to.
Yeah, they might think that,
they might have called us a good luck charm to the team.
Right.
May or may not.
I agree.
I do too.
But
I will say we've never seen them lose in a regular season game, ever.
And we've had to make modifications to that statement.
Yeah. But in the regular season, we're perfect.
It's hard to be great.
We saw a draw or two, but great. out of the handful of games that we've seen, they've mostly been wins. So
just know if we're there, good things are happening.
Yeah, so I think
unless we're in City Park,
getting us out to more games should definitely be something that would take priority in the club's list of to-dos.
I would say sign a striker.
Yeah. Sign Messi.
Sign Messi.
Build a stadium. Get post 90 to that games. Stadium.
Yes. In that order.
Yeah, preferably in that order. If you want to bump us up to 1,
I think we're more important than Messi at sometimes. I wake up some days feeling dangerous.
I'll take it. But
I would. One thing I will say too, being there, I may or may not have mentioned that I was available if they did need a striker.
Okay.
I did mention that.
What, you left them a number?
Nobody called me. Nobody asked. They didn't even ask me to warm up.
Not even at halftime?
Look, I would assume they're saving me for the Red Bulls game.
I would assume that maybe Chanel got a hold of whoever you told, and they were like, hey, those dudes that you removed from the section that were taking pictures of us during warm-ups, let's keep them away from the field, because he shot us.
He did. He
one
shot
of
us.
The weirdest looks. Like
he was.
I should not be able to talk normally, and you to hear me.
Yeah.
Like
he was like, you guys are probably too close to us.
Yeah.
But we were just trying to take some pictures.
Yeah.
But no, he definitely gave us a look.
He was like, who are you?
Yeah. He was like, those guys aren't supposed to be there.
Who do you know here? It was that type of look.
Yeah.
But. I think that really covers most of what we thought of the game.
That's our time.
What we thought of the experience, really. Always huge thank yous to the club, to Toronto also helping us, with back and forth communications, getting us these, these beautiful press passes, even though they're Toronto branded.
Yeah.
We'll still cherish them, but hopefully we can hopefully we can get out to an NYCFC game and get some of those type of press passes soon.
Yeah, and again, like what he said, thank you to anybody watching.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing I'll say is that this is a re-recording.
It is a re-recording.
Like always, going on tangents.
Although this time it was less of a technical difficulty and more of just we watched the episode a little bit and we felt that we wanted to deliver a little bit more to you guys, who are partly even a part of getting us out to Rentschler Field. Even though there's only 18 of you, we still love you unconditionally. But allowing us to sort of have this platform and allowing us to build it also allows us to get out to games in a fashion so that we can deliver a little bit of content to the people.
Yeah,
which is all we want to do.
Going forward, I think I need to practice like I did right now. Mm-hmm. Anytime a thought that's going to bring us on a tangent pops in my head, I just got to swallow it.
Move on. Swallow
it and realize there's going to be other times, other opportunities for me to talk.
There's more episodes coming.
There are.
So subscribe to us.
Yes.
For those episodes.
And a lot of you guys don't subscribe that watch. Yeah. So do that thing.
So do that. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You could always find those links in the bio.
Post 90 Pod. All podcasts. Or
all platforms. All medias at Post 90 Pod. So
at Post 90 platform, all podcasts.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys later.
Thank you guys for listening or watching too.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.